Hi guys, it's been a little while since I've done a pickups video. As you guys know, I did do the last pickups video was done approximately, I think about 2 or 3 months ago. In that time I picked up quite a bit of stuff, mostly video games this time, not a lot of movies. Trying to remember, yeah, just not a lot of movies. Got a lot of stuff to go through. There might be some items that I've already shown on the show before. Spent quite a bit of money actually picking up stuff more frequently, so but I did slow down for about a month. Didn't buy anything for a month, or just bought a few things here and there. A few of the things will not be video game related, but they somewhat will be music related. So let's just get into it. Here's the Indiana Jones widescreen movie set. This was an older set, but I thought it was really good and it was affordable at the time. So you got the first 3 films: Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. You got Temple of Doom and Last Crusade, all of which are great films. You have the 4th disc in this set. You get over 3 hours of bonus materials, which is full feature-length documentaries on the making of each movie, which is really interesting if you're into the series like I am. There are 2 other sets similar to this one. The other set has the first 3 movies in slim packs, but those do come in a box. You can also buy the films individually, but that's probably going to cost you a little bit more. And the single disc editions do not have the special features that this excellent package has. I think you also get the original VHS covers with this set, I believe. So definitely worth picking up. I got it for $25 plus tax, so came to about $26. And there's all that. So many hours of entertainment. I don't know if I showed this before, but just a plain edition of Halloween 2. It is widescreen and it does look pretty good. This movie is also on Blu-ray. This movie wasn't quite as good as the first film. That's probably one of my favorites. As we know, Jamie Lee Curtis here does a very good job of acting, very convincing. Donald Pleasance, this guy, he's in the first film, he's in the second film, he's also in, I believe, the 5th film. Sadly, he did pass away, I believe in the early 2000s or something. But pretty good film, got it really cheap, just $5. I'm not going to mention the prices on every single one of these. Let's stick with the DVDs. Let's move some stuff around here. Sorry. Sticking with movies as well. Gotta rearrange some stuff here. The 2-disc special edition. Hopefully, there's not a lot of glare there. There we go. Of Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey. I thought this movie was really good. I've seen it on cable in high definition. Oh, there it goes. It's in a slipcase. And it looks really good for a movie from 1968. The 2nd disc does feature the making of the movie, which is called Making of the Myth. And that's pretty insightful. There are some more featurettes on here I have not watched, but I'll probably watch the rest of it and end up watching the movie as well. That's something I haven't done yet. I haven't done in a very long time. The sequel to this movie was not quite as successful, yet it's easier to find in stores than this film, on Blu-ray, that is. I think my mother's boyfriend will be getting this on Blu-ray, so when I watch it, I'll give you guys a review on that. Because really watching the movie on cable, even though it is being broadcast from a Blu-ray disc or whatever, just doesn't it doesn't look quite as good. I was very happy to find this, and I wasn't even looking for it when I found it, but I thought, you know, this will be a really neat thing to pick up. And did I show this in the Amazon pickups? Oh well. This is the 30th anniversary edition of Jaws. This is out of print. It has been discontinued. You can no longer buy it brand spanking new from online stores, at least the big ones. Basically here you get, this is the same edition as the 20th anniversary edition. Basically you don't get the same special features, but you do get a 2-hour documentary featuring interviews with Steven Spielberg, Richard Dreyfuss, and Roy Scheider, who is dead. Production photos, storyboards, marketing, Jaws, and the phenomenon. They claim that this movie is what started the big movie merchandise craze. I don't believe that. But we do get a really cool booklet that comes with this set. Here it is, and it is the Jaws commemorative photo journal, which you get stunningly clear pictures from the from this thing. They also have the back to the actual box. I didn't show that. Here's some more pictures. There's also a little bit of commentary in here as well. Great transfer of the film. It doesn't look any different. I don't think it looks all that different from the 20th anniversary edition DVD, which I also own and will be keeping, since it has some stuff on it in these special features which are not featured in this. But you have just photos from the set, photos of Steven Spielberg. I don't know if that's really signed or not. Would be cool if it was. Storyboard photos. Really cool. Picked it up really cheap too. It was only, I think, $14, and online it goes for much more than that, probably $25 to $35, I believe, and upwards. So that's cool. Get all this stuff back in the package. Sorry to make you guys wait. Alright, so we did those. Finish up the DVDs here. This is the Best of Chappelles Show, uncensored. There is a little bit of nudity in here, so those of you that have kids, you might not want to have your kids in the room if you don't want to subject them to that. But you have his best skits, Clayton Bigsby, Blind White Supremacist, that was a very controversial piece. Roots, Mad Real World, Tyrone's Intervention, R. Kelly, I'm Gonna Piss on You, Trading Spouses, Samuel Jackson Bear, which is really funny. Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories, Prince. You also get Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories, Rick James, which is actually a special feature in the in the actual DVD, which is weird because it was actually something that a very well-known skit. Has a little bit of dust on there. Oh. But yeah, I got this brand new. It was a little pricey, but very funny DVD. Chappelle was offered some money to start back up the show, and he actually declined, and is currently, I think, residing in either England or Africa. He wanted to get away from being a star. I forget why. Also, he had the law coming after him since he is a marijuana smoker, which I find nothing wrong with. There's nothing wrong with that in my eyes. Sorry guys, just admiring the pictures in this. Is really cool. But anyways, the Arsenal of Megadeth, which has all of Megadeth's videos up to the, I think, Insomnia, which came out in 1999 or 2000, I believe. But it has all the great music videos: Peace Sells, Wake Up Dead, In My Darkest Hour, Anarchy in the UK, which is really good. And the sound quality of the music videos on this DVD surpass the original CDs in some places. You got Holy Wars, No One's Mr. Nice Guy, Hangar 18, Go to Hell, Symphony of Destruction, Skin on My Teeth, and that one, yeah, that one's live. High Speed Dirt for Close Your Dream, that's a really good video. Sweating Bullets, Train of Consequences, Tata Le Monde, Reckoning Day, Trust, Almost Honest, and A Secret Place. And on the second disc you have some live stuff from 1990, some live stuff from MTV from 1994, 1995, Sweating Bullets and Peace Cell, some Gigantour, that's cool, from 05, plus some rare acoustic performances, which that's available on bootleg. Interviews from 86 to 1998. You also get TV appearances, promos, backstage footage of interviews, some unseen material from Dave Mustaine's personal collection. I don't know about that. Hidden Treasures, featuring Megadeth in the rehearsal and on the video set. I think that's an Easter egg. I have not accessed that, but I got this used. It was a little pricey. There's a DVD right there. Some photos, which for the most part are pretty well-known photos. Disc 2, and they have some more older, more recent photos right there. Those are probably hard to see, because they're a little blurry, even for me to see through the packaging. How much time do we have? Where? Huh, okay. Somebody out here actually weed eating at 9:54. We got Johnny Depp's Edward Scissorhands. This on Blu-ray looks really good. Looks like a brand new film, basically. A lot of the picture is really crisp and has a lot of detail that you normally wouldn't see. Unfortunately, you can actually tell that Johnny Depp's makeup is fake in some of the super close-up shots. But overall, it's a great film. Great looking film. Has never looked this good since it came out on DVD. The DVD copy looks great. I do own that too. Special features you have, commentary. I didn't listen to too much of that. I'll be listening to that eventually, but I won't be doing a review on it. This movie came out back in 1990. I've been watching it on cable when they used to show it on cable, and then when it made its way to our local stations, which now they really don't play it all that often on cable. I don't know what happened. Here is Alien on Blu-ray. Great film. This is the best looking version of the film so far. It says here, in space, no one can hear you scream. There's a slipcase. I like the slipcase. It's pretty cool. Here you get the 1979 theatrical version and the 2003 director's cut. Let's see. I think I watched the 2003 director's cut, but this looks great. Sounds great too. Never seen it look this good, and probably never will. I will be picking up the Aliens Blu-ray very soon. I don't think I paid $25 for it. I think it was only $15, and Aliens 2 right now is $15. So, wish they had added more special features though. That was the one that was in the quadrilogy box set and another set. But overall, awesome film done by Ridley Scott. I'd also recommend you, if you like this kind of film, if you would like Prometheus, which is out in theaters right now. It is coming to home video probably in 3 months. I remember back in the days when back when movies took a year to come out on home video cassette. Those are the good old days. Wow. But let's roll into the video games here. I'm going to start out with an old one, and that is Excitebike. Great game. I'd never owned it. Had played it at my a tutor's house back in 92. That was the last time I played it properly on an actual NES. And brought back a lot of great memories. And then I think this is one of the very first games where you could actually, console games rather, where you could actually build your own track, make your own track and race it, which is really cool. And the game has not aged badly. Still looks pretty good for a Super Nintendo game. This game is also available on the Game Boy Advance, for those of you who want to play it while you're on a road trip or something. Move some of this stuff off. Move that forward. Sorry. Okay. Moving onward to a little more recent game. It's a more recent port, but it's not the best handheld port. But it does look really good, and that is, let's get the glare off. There we go. Super Mario Brothers Deluxe for the Game Boy Color, and this is the only Game Boy Color game I own as of yet. I will be picking up some more, but this is just a Game Boy Color port of the Mario Brothers on the NES. Super Mario Brothers. Great port, looks great. You have challenge mode, you have photo album, you can go through, I guess, take photos of, points in the game. I haven't really explored that much. But in the challenge mode, you have to pick up these orange coins, which come out of the question mark boxes that are normally in the game already. Then you have to get a certain score, which is also kill the enemies and get as many coins as you can in each level. And in this mode you can choose which level you want to start off with, which world, 1, 2, 1, 3, and so forth. But the game save part of the game still works, so I'm glad that still works. So pick it up if you can. I've actually resorted to buying a lot of my games online now, rather than be old or new games. Some games, if they're new, I'll pick them up at the store, but I really don't go to the big chains anymore, simply because a lot of those stores, they have their games behind glass, and you have to go to the trouble to wait for an associate to help you. Sometimes they're unable to right away, or there's just plain nobody around, which is very annoying. And so I've just resorted to buying stuff new online, or just buying it at a game shop. That's movies and games and whatnot. But sticking with the Game Boy, was able to pick up a purple AC adapter. They do sell them in a different color. I think it's just black. And this is something that came from China, and it's made by Interact. Got this online for like $5. Plus shipping, I think it ended up being $7, which is really good. This is just something that allows you to play your games at home without batteries in the Game Boy. Saves a lot of batteries, but I really don't play the Game Boy enough to actually eat up a bunch of batteries. But still, very convenient, especially if you're on the go and you're in a hotel and your batteries are dead. So, and that only works with the Game Boy Color. Moving to the video game, or sticking with the video game still. We got 3 memory cards here, and this was also bought online. A PlayStation memory card, which is the original memory card. The label here says dual players. It does have a Resident Evil 3 save on it, and I got rid of that. A PlayStation 1 memory card, you can tell because it's white. There you go, get the right angle on it. There we go. There's the light's better. Okay. There is some pink on it, but I'll just leave that on there. Some pink crayon. That didn't have anything on it, I don't think. No, it was empty. Had a few things actually, but whatever. Another N64 controller pack. It's just a memory card. Got this super cheap too. Gotta have plenty of memory for the many PlayStation and Nintendo 64 games I have. Also going to pick up another GameCube memory card. Oh man, we still got a bunch of stuff to go through. Alright, so this is Command & Conquer on the PlayStation. Unfortunately, you can't buy these games on Steam. My dad does have a PC copy of the game, and instead of 2 discs, it's 4. And James Earl Jones is featured in this game within the video portion of the game. I don't know what he says, but I saw it on the box or on one of the manuals. So that's cool. Put out by Westwood and Virgin Interactive. These next 3 games I bought at a convention. There are 2 more games that I bought at a convention as well. Alrighty. Put these back here. And that is that's weird, Player's Choice Edition of Super Mario Sunshine for the Nintendo GameCube, of course. This is a different type of Mario game. So is the Mario Galaxy series. I bought it not knowing that it was really different from the your usual Mario games that have been coming out for many years. But it'll be interesting to see Mario in a new scenario. So got that for cheap at a convention. I see it going on. The price that it goes for online is just ridiculous. I'm not really into paying big bucks for a game, even if it's new. Another GameCube game, Resident Evil 0, which, as you can see on the price sticker there, I got it cheap. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a gun, an actual gun that you hook into the GameCube online, so probably have to end up looking for one. But it looks like a great game, and it is 2 discs. Discs appear to be in great shape. I also got the manual. I don't think the manual came with the Mario Sunshine game. No, it did, but it's not really an official manual. Oh no, it didn't. It came with an instruction pamphlet. So, with the Gottlieb Pinball Collection, Pinball Hall of Fame. These old pinballs I've never seen at any of the arcades I've been to, but then again, I don't go to these specialized arcades. But you have pinballs from the games from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, and 90s. There's about 5 it's 7 classic pinballs, including Ace High, Central Park, which is one of my favorites, Big Shot, Genie, Black Hole, Victory, and Tee-Off. Tee-Off is really fun too. But there is a Williams Pinball Hall of Fame collection that I will be picking up in the future. Megadeth's Hidden Treasures. I think this is an original release, the 95 release, just because of the condition of the CD itself. And the inner booklet, which there's not much to see really. But you got No More Mr. Nice Guy, Go to Hell, Angry Again, 99 Ways to Die, Paranoid, Diadems, Problems. There is a collector's edition of this CD that has extra tracks on it as a second disc, but was unable to get that for a reasonable price. I think it went for $44 online, so I wasn't going to pay that. Puddle of Mud's Come Clean. I did own this about 5 years ago, or no, I had it 3 years ago and decided to let it go. And it was actually the 2-disc edition of this. It came with a DVD, and the cover looked like it was a little different than this. Great CD though. You got the songs, all the songs I can listen to and enjoy them. But Control, which is a radio hit, they play that on the road, or on the radio. You got Drift and Die, Out of My Head, Nobody Told Me, Blurry, She Hates Me, Never Change, and Piss It All Away. And this was produced, a couple of songs here were produced by Fred Durst, 3 songs, so that's cool. Pilotwings are still doing very well. They've come out with a cover CD which has cover tunes from Rolling Stones and some other 70s rock bands, which ended up being really good. But I'm not one to pick up those kinds of discs, so just enjoy that stuff for free, because I'm a cheap bastard. I think we're hitting our mark here. Here's the 20th. Here we go. Here's the 20th anniversary edition of Pantera's Vulgar Display of Power, which I never have owned on CD before. Didn't end up picking up the original CD, but you have a Mouth for War, A New Level, Walk, Fucking Hostile, This Love, Live in a Hole, by Demons Be Driven, Hollow, and the bonus track, which has just been unearthed, or it's a new track. Something that Vinny and Rex found when they were going through the archives to put out this release, and that song is Piss. We also have a DVD, Live in Italy. I think that's from 1992, and you have some of the tracks on there from this release. So this is an Atco and Rhino release. They did a really good job remastering it. The record, it doesn't sound radically different than the original, but you have more bass response. The guitars come through a little clearer. It sounds, I'm not going to go get all technical with it, but if I can, here we have some photos. That's the inside inlay. That's behind the CD holder. There's that. The disc itself. Picture of Phil there. Picture of the band. There's some more pictures in here, but that are widely available, and you have liner notes as well. I think by Dime, Phil, of course, and some other people I forget. I haven't really looked at that in a while. But getting back to the games, kind of went off track there. But sticking with the old school. Let me get resituated here. Wave Race 64, which is actually an arcade game, I believe. I don't know if it was. I think it was released on other systems as well. I think on PC, maybe. The first Turok game, which came, this was sent to me by the Unbiased Gamer. I want to thank you for that. I wish I had kept your address, so if you want to give me your address, you can, and I'll give you something in return in the future. And this game was free, by the way. He didn't. The Unbiased Gamer had an extra copy of the game and decided to give it to me. So thank you very much. I'm enjoying this game again. I haven't played it since it came out back in No, there's not a copyright date on this damn thing. Since it came out in '96. Turok 2, Seeds of Evil. This game I got at the Comic-Con convention, or no, the Sci-Fi Expo convention. When I went there a while back, and I do have some things that I will be showing. Some things that I got from that convention that I will be showing. So that's weird. But here is Pilotwings 64, great game. Rented it a few times back in the day, back when you could rent Nintendo 64 games here in Texas. Great game, still holds up really well today. I really like when you can fly the plane. That's my favorite part of it, and the jetpack. But definitely worth picking up if you can find it at a reasonable price. I had to rent it after hearing about it, how great the game was, and a lot of people consider it to be kind of like a sequel to GoldenEye, 007 GoldenEye. Since Rare used the same engine that they did in 007 GoldenEye. But this game looks just as good. I have yet to play it since I need to get the expansion pack to actually have the game look better. So, I mean, I could possibly play it without that, but judging by what it says in the manual here, I can't do that. So, it has to run with the game mode has to run with the damn game pack. So that sucks. But that's fine. So here is Gran Turismo 5, and this is not Prologue. Prologue sucked, just because the AI cars were on rails, which really made it difficult for people. And this game will output in 480p, 720p, 1080i, and 1080p. You can use the PlayStation Eye. It's also DualShock compatible. You can use your headset, and it is a 3D game as well, put out by Polyphony, which helped Sony put out all these games, or develop the games, and this is the XL edition. So it comes with the bonus content. So you get updates to the game almost every day, and that's photos of the cars, different car makers. You got Mazda, Ford, Chevrolet, BMW, Toyota. Wow. A lot of great manufacturer cars are in there. They're actual real cars. You can actually damage the cars now. It's not going to show realistic damage like you would see on the streets, but there is mechanical damage to the car as well, which you can actually notice when you're trying to maneuver the car through, turns and whatnot. The car will not drive the same after you wreck the shit out of it. But it's a game that I can really enjoy, since I started off in this series by playing Gran Turismo 2. Of course, that game really looks like shit compared to this game by far, but it's still fun to play. So if you're a racing fan, I recommend you pick up this edition of Gran Turismo. There's the side there. That's not going to focus. No, just barely. Gotta make the jump to HD really soon. What else is in this? The neat thing is you can actually learn about the history, some of the history of the cars and their manufacturers. That's in the form of I think a car card or something, but it's an actual just digital picture of an old car, let's say a Ford or a Toyota. I forget how many cards you can collect in the game. But yeah, there's bonus cars and tracks in here as well. But yeah, awesome game. Just awesome. Plants vs. Zombies. Great game. You can also get this on PC in disc form. Get it on Xbox. You can get it off of Steam to play on the PC as well as on PS3. Includes 2 bonus games, which is Peggle and Heavy Weapon. I did play Heavy Weapon, but the main feature of the game is that's not going to focus. There it is. But the main feature of the game is Plants vs. Zombies, which is a really good port of the game. They did take out some things in the game, which is kind of weird, and I think that's where you could actually tend to your plants. So that was really strange. Wow. So in Plants vs. Zombies, you're just trying to keep, as you can see from the picture, you're trying to keep the zombies from reaching your house or your rental house by putting down different plants that are basically weapons at your disposal. You got potatoes here that you use. There's a potato right there that you can use to block the zombies, and you put up your flowers and corn cobs that throw kernels of corn, and sunflowers that put out sunflowers, which is basically which allows you to get more items. You got a squash that jumps over any obstacle in its way, like one of these pod shooters. and it kills the zombies on contact. But I'll talk about this more in another video since I'm running out of time. But that's it for this part 1 of my pickups over the past, let's just say 6 months. So thank you for watching, and tune in for part 2, which will be coming soon.